Yeah, 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 yeah. All right, y'all. Wrong interview. Wrong interview. Episode 3. Never smoke grabba. Riverwater. Never smoke Riverwater ball.
Riverwater _I pineapple Fanta.
The first question. Where are you from? Um, I'm from Vermont. I'm from like way out up north, hella mountains, hella nothing really.
Oh, how was your upbringing like?
It was very good, man. I really can't complain from like my parents and stuff. My school was definitely very like conservative, not very open minded and stuff. But from like a family side, I'm very, very thankful for my parents and shit.
Right.
But then school was weird, like, cause I got hella into music and art, like very, very young, and kids definitely weren't fucking with it. But I was still friends with a lot of like rednecky rat boy kids, and like tried to maintain that, and then gave up.
Oh, how do you feel like that upbringing like affects your music, or what you do?
Um, I think one thing I like took out of that time was like trying to make experiences with the time you have, like live through some shit for sure. I think I've almost hit a stage where it's like at this point we just gotta move forward. Like we don't gotta put ourselves in no crazy situations anymore. We all too old for that. Like we should all just like lock in. But like when I was younger, that's something I definitely took from that. And then like I definitely think I like can be efficient and like motivated and stuff because of like how my parents were.
What type of music you listen to like that as a kid?
As a kid, my my dad put me on to a lot of like prog rock and like alternative rock and shit. And then my mom was a Zumba teacher. So she would talk to me a lot about like Latin music and stuff like that. And she would like quiz me on like what sub like is this reggaeton, bachata, or merengue, like shit like that.
That's cool.
So like I had my dad like really my dad plays keyboards, so he like definitely got me into like sound design and all that kind of stuff. And then my mom was very like always taught me about like how music connects with like culture and stuff like that, mainly with like Latin music.
Word, that's cool. Um, what got you in love with music?
Um, I think I had some people around me who definitely like told me to keep going, and then it was just something that I like found such an interest for, and it felt like it was something way bigger than like the town I was in. Like it made me feel like way more connected to like the real world outside this like weird bummy town.
Did you have like any inspirations, like someone you could look up to as a kid?
As a kid, I feel like I honestly can't remember like inspiration specifically, but I definitely like looked up to a lot of different artists. Like I still like look at certain artists who might even be like my age or like a year or two older, year or two younger and shit, and I see them as like a inspiration or like a very, very important figure that's like in my mind like a lot.
Riverwater I.
Um, what made you start making music?
When I was in like fourth grade, we had this like school fair, and the teacher said like kids could like make something and sell it at the school fair, and like if you were good you got tickets so you could um buy shit that kids made. So a lot of kids made like Fruity Loom bracelets and like other stuff like that. And my dad had told me to like mess around with GarageBand because he bought it, and I like started just making some loops and stuff and had fun with it. And then at that like same exact time, like I was watching a lot of like Vine compilations and like sports Vine compilations, and it was always like some sports shit and then a beat drop and like music and shit. And I was always like I want to find what these songs are because like on YouTube it wouldn't say like this is the song they used in this video or whatever. So I started like using the internet to like find music and shit. And I had some like I had friends with like older siblings when I was like that young who they would like be able to be like, oh, you heard of this before and play me like Night LaBelle or some shit. That's dope. But like yeah, I got into music because like I got super into finding music and making music like at the same exact time, like young as fuck.
I guess you kind of answered that earlier, but I'll ask it again. Like, why do you do this? Like, why do you do what you do?
I think now like I've been making music for so long and it's like where I'm at right now, like I'm not living off music, but it's like it's just like I don't know how I'd live if I wasn't making music. Like it's just like a innate thing to me. Like I will make music like if nobody were here. Like it's just like I appreciate being able to like experiment with that and like see what other people are doing too. Like finding music and shit like that is equally as important to me.
Like, what's your day to day? What are you doing like day to day?
Day to day, get an energy drink, hit the vape, try and like I'm in college right now, so like do college school shit, and then try and make some music, try and find some music.
Or what did you want to be as a kid? Did you always want to be a musician?
I wouldn't say I like really wanted to do music till maybe like 8th grade, and then again like sophomore year of high school or something like that. But like, besides music stuff, I have definitely always wanted to like do something to like help other people, like a job where it's like you know I can be financially stable and stuff, but I'm also like out helping other people in some kind of way.
How do your parents feel about what you do?
It's not their favorite thing. Like they like see my Instagram and stuff like that. Like when I was younger, they like wanted me to like take a bunch of music down and stuff like that. At this point, they don't really care as much. But like, they don't love it. But at the same time, like when I make something that I feel like I can share with them, like they're always very appreciative of it. And like my dad, like also like because he's a keyboard player, like does care about like synthesis and stuff like that, and like synth design. He's like my whole family's into music for different reasons and stuff. My mom for dance and my dad for like sound design and just like being in bands and stuff. So it's like when I can show them something, they really appreciate it. I'd say like 90% of the time if I show my mom a song, like no matter what, like she'll end up crying. Like even if like it'll be like happy tears most of the time.
That's fun. What's the meaning behind your name, Riverwater?
So my name was Pineapple Fanta, and then I had to make a second account because my premium ran out, and I made it Riverwater Bong. And then I took Bong out of the name because my mom ended up asking about it. I don't even know how she like heard about it, but I was like, I'll take Bong out of the name and like hopefully it becomes like a thing. Like certain people know like the full name is Riverwater Bong, but there's just like the minus sign at the end. And then I like thought more about like Pineapple Fanta versus Riverwater and like the difference in those two things. And I think if you could be one or the other, it's probably better to be Riverwater.
Yeah, you answered the question I thought I asked. What's a song or what is a song and the album you can't live without?
I would say maybe Arise in My Senses by Bjork is like one of my favorite beats ever, uh, produced by Arca. But yeah, I might say that single song because then I get a whole album. Still though, fuck. I don't know. That's too hard to pick.
Yeah.
Like I have a list of like
What album
favorite
you
10 out of
couldn't
10 albums,
you
but like
couldn't live
I
without?
feel like none of like there's not really one album that like fills every kind of thing I look for in music like at
All
once. So
right.
it's I can't really like pick one album.
What was the moment what was the most impactful piece of music to your life? Like if this body of work wasn't made, Riverwater wouldn't be the same.
I don't know because I've kind of like had different pages and done different music shit. So it's a little bit hard to like I have some stuff from like high school I could say is like the reason I kept doing music. And then more recently like I made an ambient project during the summer and I think like working on a project like that will also like mean way more rappers and like people making more like the like rap shit I do. Like I met a lot more people kind of making that stuff. Like I think doing both at the same time and like talking to people about that like more like production focused stuff was like pretty tough. I like focus a little bit more on producing. I think my music is heavy like production focused.
Where all right, what's the favorite song you've made? Easier question should be. uh,
I don't think I've got a favorite song.
Damn. Um, okay, what's your favorite body of work you've made? Whatever.
I still think what was it? Like the album has aged really, really well.
Word. What's a common misconception about you? Like, what do people
Um
commonly get wrong about you when they judge you?
Definitely that I speak Spanish. I don't think most people know that about me.
Yeah.
Like I'm very fluent in Spanish.
Mm, why should people care about Riverwater?
Um, I think I'm very intentional with like what I put into my music. Like I feel like my music is like based off of a lot of stuff. So there's a lot to like appreciate about it in terms of like, oh, I learned this new production technique, or like, oh, I'm pulling sounds from like this side of underground and this like more experimental stuff. Like I think if people just fuck with like hearing like new experiments and ideas and stuff while also like trying to hold up to like standards that other people created for like mixing and being like good at rapping or like being good at singing or whatever, like kind of blending like I'm doing my own thing, but like I can follow like other people's patterns or whatever. Like
Where do you want to take this? Like, what's the goal for Riverwater long
I'd
term?
really like to produce for more people. I also think, yeah, I definitely want to get back in my bag. I feel like recently I've been in a little bit of a slump with music, but like I think that'll definitely change soon.
Final question. What's your message to like people that support you in the world?
I feel like you got to be like hyper aware of how the more like kind of fucked up things in our world, like discrimination or like um judgment on, like you definitely got to think about like the like systems in place that make you form your opinions.
I like that. All right.
Been a pleasure, NSG.
Thank you.